Rick is excited to get her on campus next year and see what she can do. I would expect her to be a factor as soon as she gets to Oregon State.
She's that type of talent. South Medford in the white uniform, South in blue across the chest with black numbers and blue stripe down the side of the uniform. Clackamas in their black uniforms, Cavs in red across the chest with the red numbers and the red trim. Looks like Burke and Sarah Schmerbach set to go on the tip. Tip won by the Cavaliers.
South Medford man-to-man, pressure man-to-man. They'll look to run and jump and trap out of it as well. Actually into their 2-3 look.
Into the corner, Eliza Burke. She's dangerous. You cannot leave her open in the corner.
Clackamas will play with 5 out most of the game, and all 5 can knock down a 3.
The Davidson commit scores the first basket in this one. Schmerbach. It's Tatum. Gives it up to her sister, Sarah.
You can see Davidson will start on Hunter, and Ryan Mogul blanketing Sarah Schmerbach.
Avery Peterson, tough defense, but a better finish right there by that freshman Taylor Young.
Wow, what a finish by Taylor Young, and that's going to be a fun matchup today. Taylor Young against Avery Peterson, 2 premier point guards in the state of Oregon.
South Medford wanted a double dribble as Hunter ran in the back of Davidson. Turnover for the Cavaliers. Feely got tripped up at half court by the timeline, turns it over.
Yeah. South Medford really looking to trap, create turnovers, kind of create some chaos with their defense and get out and run. Got to know where 25 is for Clackamas, though. Sarah Barham, I think the best three-point shooter in the state.
Mogul had it taken away from her, and her pass goes off the shin of Avery Peterson and out of bounds. So a turnover for Clackamas.
You can see Coach Cole and that South Medford bench excited. 2 turnovers in the first minute and a half forced by South Medford.
Schmerbach, the 3, off to the right. Barham comes up with a rebound for the Cavaliers.
One way to attack the press is to look up the floor. Jazzy Davidson with a tremendous finish, but Avery Peterson seeing the floor. If you're going to get pressed and trapped in the backcourt, make them guard the entire floor. Great job by Clackamas.
And another turnover. That looked like it went off the foot of Donovan Hunter, and it does. Out of bounds, Cavalier basketball.
South Medford will set the press on the dead ball, but look for Clackamas to look to attack this up the floor. Try to turn it into some layups.
2 early turnovers for the Cavaliers.
South Medford into man defense here, and this is where Clackamas is dangerous too with their 5 out. Burke with a nice cut.
Schmerbach, good defense, keeping her ground.
Great deflection, and then a finish up here to
Feely.
Feely, who runs the floor as well as anybody in this game. She really gets out and sprints. Nice finish by Feely.
Feely gets her first basket. She averages 9.9 points per game. And Joel, you and I have talked about the defensive pressure put on by Avery Peterson. She's getting a little bit of that pressure in her face right now by Taylor Young.
Yeah, she was the freshman last year in this tournament, and she did such a good job guarding the basketball and just ball hawking. Always in front of the ball, just being a pest, and she's seeing what she was last year in Taylor Young, although she picks up her first.
You see that touch by Feely after that turnover.
South Medford, if they're able to get out in transition and get layups, that's how they grow their leads. That's what they did to Barlow yesterday. Just really turn the ball, turn them over, got out and ran and got layups.
Mogul can't come up with the offensive board, and Medford's running. Tatum Schmerbach.
Nice cut.
By Feely, and another finish with the right hand.
Yeah, Feely's so good at the rim. Really good finisher and a great cut, great find by Schmerbach. See the spacing of Clackamas, the 5 out look where they can cut and drive, and all of them able to put it on the floor. This Taylor Young and Avery Peterson matchup's going to be fun to watch all day, and actually probably for a couple more years.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got a couple more seasons of this, at least. With Young being a freshman and Peterson being just a sophomore. Barham had an opening on the baseline, goes underneath, but comes up short.
South Medford wants to run, make or miss.
Davidson with the rebound.
Hunter couldn't get it to go, used the left hand. Nice opportunity there.
That's Hunter's first shot as we're halfway through the first quarter. Schmerbach knocks it out of the hands of Mogul. It'll stay with Clackamas.
Yeah, Coach Lano looking for a foul. A lot of contact there, but official thought it was all ball.
South Medford not really giving Cavaliers much space right now to get an open shot. Davidson, tough shot over Hunter. She'll head to the line for a three-point play.
You know, they down screened and posted her against Hunter, and, you know, she's got a little bit of length on Hunter, but not much. But Hunter was right there. But what a finish by Jazzy Davidson. That's where she's so dangerous. She can score in so many ways. You know, you think you take her off the three-point line or you limit her from getting to the basket, and she goes into the post.
Well, there's a timeout on the floor after the foul. Jazzy Davidson will head to the line.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
At Pacific Office Automation, we don't make technology. We make technology work. That's why we're a proud sponsor of OSAA Athletics. With 31 locations and 44 years of experience, we know the importance of having talented people in specialized positions to create a winning environment, on the field or in the office. Pacific Office Automation, assisting OSAA Athletics and our customers for the win. We make technology work.
Medford had a trip to come all the way up here to the Child Center, but let me tell you, that band is bringing the energy up there.
Oh, big time. You know, they've been here really, you know, making up for the lack of maybe fans from Medford, but that band brings tremendous energy.
Jazzy Davidson at the free throw line, 4 for 6 at the tournament so far. There's 2 games, 8 points and 10 rebounds in the win against Jesuit in the semifinals, 16 points, 4 rebounds in the win over Beaverton, who were the state champions last season.
Clackamas picking up full court, man-to-man, looking to extend their pressure a little bit.
Young with it, has an opening in the paint. Back out to Schmerbach. To Tatum, Schmerbach goes baseline. And Young, off-balance shot, but somehow, shortest person on the floor gets her own rebound.
Good box out by Avery Peterson.
So subtle right there, but I like that Peterson realized Hunter was still on her hip, didn't try to cut back into the court.
She had a play yesterday in the semifinals off a ball screen where she was able to just kind of steady her pace and got to the basket for an easy layup, but just real poised.
Burke hit her first 3, this one short, hitting front iron and out of bounds.
So far this tournament, South Medford leads all the teams in field goal percentage, points per game, free throw percentage, assists, steals, scoring defense, and field goal percentage defense. They have had a fantastic 2 games, but they haven't played Clackamas yet.
No, they haven't. They're shooting at 51% from the field, averaging 68 points per game. They've scored 30 more points than Clackamas has at this tournament. Donovan Hunter off the mark and strong. And a rebound for Clackamas.
The one area Clackamas leads all teams in the tournament is 3-point percentage defense. And that's an important factor when you know South Medford wants to get to a few of those. Great cut.
And the finish for Ryan Mogul.
Avery Peterson with the find, always aware, has her head up, knows what's going on around her.
Cerrone, who just checked in with her first shot.
South Medford ball. Into the game for Clackamas is number 10, Allie Roden.
Allie Roden comes into the game for Clackamas. Burke will head to the bench. Roden's been a nice addition for Clackamas. She comes in from West Lynn, where she was last year, and she was a fantastic player for that team. 15.4 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 3.2 steals. So she's doing it offensively and then getting her hand in the way defensively as well.
Yeah, she had a huge quarterfinal game for this team and really a huge boost off the bench.
Big steal by Davidson. The spin, not enough on the touch though.
South Medford will run it right back at you, though. They're not looking to slow anything down.
Pocket pick by Davidson.
She does it all. You know, like we talked about the rebounds in the semifinals, the steals, the deflections, and there's Mogul.
Tough take and one. She'll head to the line.
Coach Michael Meeks got to like seeing that on this same floor. You know, I had the chance to ask her yesterday, what would it mean to win a state championship on this floor? And she said, I can't describe it. She said, watching them win the WCC tournament and head to the NCAA tournament, she said, has motivated her even more.
Yeah, exciting times on the Bluff here with the basketball programs on the up and up. Mogul will be coming to the University of Portland next season. She makes the free throw to complete the three-point play. She now has 5 points. But even on that last cut that she had towards the basket, that's part of Portland's offense, so I'm sure that she's going to fit right in with that team.
Yeah, defensively, too, she fits the makeup of a Portland Pilot.
Hunter against Davidson, off-balance shot, and it drops right to the bottom of the basket.
Timeout, South Medford.
South Medford calls a timeout as they're trailing 13-8 currently, with about 1:32 left to go in this quarter.
I don't think Donovan Hunter's had an easy look at the basket yet. She just hit a really tough shot for her first points of the game, but credit to Clackamas, and I think that's the length of Jazzy Davidson, being able to bother her a little bit. We saw it in the third place game with Sophia Bell against Kennedy Schuler. That long athleticism really limits your vision and your opportunity to get some easy shots. So Davidson doing it right now, like we mentioned, awfully exciting as an offensive player, but you got to give her the credit as a defender as well.
Absolutely. Out of the timeout with about $1:32 left to go until the second quarter. No subs on the court for either team out of the timeout.
South Medford back to the press. They'll trap the first pass.
Correction, Dylan Mogul now in the game for Clackamas. Davidson in transition. Can't get it to go, and she picks up a foul.
Yeah, just a little short on that finish, but you get the idea of how Clackamas plans to attack the South Medford press. You know, they're going to get it out, get it up the floor, and if it's in the hands of Jazzy Davidson, she's going to attack and look to score. Sort of a little token pressure here from Clackamas just to kind of bother the Panthers as they come in.
And the tip pass right into the hands of Ryan Mogul. That is the 5th turnover now for the Panthers here in the first quarter. Barhoum shot gets blocked by Cerrone.
Great contest by Cerrone, knowing that's such a good three-point shooter.
They give it right back to her on the other side of the court. Can't finish, though. Lead pass to Davidson. Splitting the defense, hard foul. Quickly, Donovan Hunter on the opposing team helping Jazzy Davidson get to her feet. You like to see the sportsmanship there. Hard foul by Cerrone.
Yeah, I don't think
it was vicious in any way, or at least not meant to be. Making a play on the ball.
Yeah, she thought she had the ball, but it sort of caught Jazzy as she was off on one foot and off balance.
You can hear some of the fans not happy with that call.
Yeah, not the same rules as college basketball. There's no monitor to look at and review that, but I like the sportsmanship on both ways. Kim Cerrone as well, helping her out.
Yeah.
In for Clackamas is number 12, Reese Mogul.
Kind of plays into the personality of Jazzy Davidson, though. So humble on the court with her playing ability and having the #1 ranking in the nation for her class, but so down to earth. That didn't even rattle her at all.
No, she's such a competitor and so poised. We had a mogul for mogul substitution during that free throw, and the two younger moguls are in.
Reese Mogul checked in for Ryan Mogul. Hunter, hard take, she'll head to the line. Only her second made basket so far. Foul's gonna go on Reese Mogul, who just checked into the game.
Donovan Hunter, so strong going to the basket, and such a great finisher, able to absorb the contact but still get off a quality shot. You know, such a dynamic offensive player, just a real leader of this program.
5 points now for Hunter. 10 left in the quarter. Cross-court pass to Mogul. Davidson with it. To Barhoom near the corner. Schmerbach got in her way defensively, and a turnover as Barhoom dribbled off the baseline.
You know, that's sort of what South Medford wants you to do. Speed you up, play a little bit faster than you're used to, and putting the ball on the floor. I think Clackamas has had more success when they move the ball with the pass and then attack. South Medford group, though.
Final seconds. Hunter, tough shot. And no good. Davidson was on defense. The Clackamas having a 4-point lead at the end of the first quarter. South Medford not scared of this matchup. They're ready to go. They're trying to get that state title. We'll be right back with the second quarter when we return on Portland CW.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back inside the Child Center. Brian Slike, Joel Sabatka on the call. Start of the second quarter. South Medford trailing 15-11 to the Clackamas Cavaliers. Donovan Hunter with 5 points, and she has not had an easy shot at all through the first quarter.
No, and that's a big change from yesterday when South Medford scored 31 points off Barlow's turnovers. And so far, South Medford only 1 steal and has yet to make a 3-point shot.
Out of bounds. It'll stay with South Medford.
Good block there by Eliza Burke. She's much improved from last year as well. Headed to Davidson next fall to play some hoops. Davidson still guarding Hunter. Like we're going to get a little wing ball screen.
Hunter picks up her dribble, gives it up to Cerrone for the three-pointer. And Young fighting for the rebound. She gets it over Avery Peterson.
She comes out of there with basketballs, 50-50 balls. It's almost like a 75-25 ball when she's involved. Ryan Mogul back in as well. Such a solid defender, you know, for Clackamas.
And it makes things so much easier having that second difficult on-ball defender. We know what Jazzy Davidson can do against your best player, but taking out your second best player really helps you out. As Mogul gives it up to her sister, over to Peterson, back to Mogul, and the basket inside.
Just simple basketball pass and cut, and Avery Peterson continues to find open Cavaliers for layups.
Peterson with her third assist on the game so far.
Just dogging Taylor Young. Lucky not to get a 5 count there. Clackamas has really ramped up their half-court defense.
Donovan Hunter with it now. Attacks Jazzy Davidson, and Davidson just picked up her second personal foul. So that will be something to keep an eye on going forward.
You know, it was last year in this tournament. I remember Jazzy got in foul trouble, and I think you and I both were so impressed with as she sat on the bench, and I think she had 4 fouls. She continued to coach and cheer her teammates on until she could get back in the game.
First open look for Hunter, can't connect on the three-pointer. Roden rips down the rebound.
Yeah, Roden does so many just little things for this team.
And the dish pass to Burke, broken up and out of bounds. It'll go to South Medford.
You know, 4th turnover by Clackamas, but none of those have been really live ball turnovers or pick sixes, if you will, where South Medford's have been able to run out and get a layup. They switched Ryan Mogul over to Hunter now with Davidson with the 2 fouls.
And the freshman Young takes it all the way. She's just been so terrific attacking the basket today.
She uses her left hand around the basket so well. You know, you almost think she's left-handed. Finishes everything at the rim.
Cerrone against Peterson. Peterson strong on the shot. Offensive board by Ryan Mogul. Davidson spins, attacks. Yeah. And Hunter couldn't pick up that foul.
Yeah, she sort of went straight up, but then leaned in a little bit. And got your hands full with Jazzy Davidson when she's able to spin and attack like that.
Now, does that really even things out? Both star players now with 2 fouls.
Yeah, I think you got to be careful. I think Hunter, more than likely, Hunter's got to stay on Davidson, where Clackamas has the luxury of moving somebody like Ryan Mogul defensively onto her, and, you know, a Division I player that's now going to, you know, be able to guard her. So it gives Coach Landholt some flexibility there with her half-court defense.
The 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year, Jazzy Davidson, knocks down the second free throw. She goes 1 for 2 that time. She now has 8 points on the day to go along with 2 rebounds.
South Medford 0 for 6 from 3. We mentioned earlier, Clackamas leads this tournament in 3-point percentage defense.
Yeah, they held Jesuit to 0 3-point field goals in the last game, and Jazzy Davidson just picked up her 3rd. This could really change the momentum of this game.
That was almost just a wrong place, wrong time. I mean, Kim Cerrone cut. It was a good pass. Davidson was there. I thought she went straight up. But you're going to have to get her out now. Officials saying, I think that was the same call down at the other end on Donovan Hunter that Coach Cole was saying he thought Hunter went straight up, and they called it there. They call it there. There's consistency.
You'll get a look at it right here. And you can see that her body does go right into Cerrone.
Yeah.
So she'll have to sit with 3 as Barhoon comes back into the game for Clackamas.
Great offensive rebound.
Now for the Cavaliers, it's who's going to score the ball for you. As Schmerbach gets her first basket.
Yeah, I think it would be good for...
Great hands right there by Ryan Mogul. With her bare paw, rips that one down.
If some other Panthers can get in the scoring column a little bit, that's great defense by Avery Peterson.
Falling out of bounds, she turns it over, and the Panthers capitalize.
This is where they like to set the press, get the layup, set the press, turn you over. They can go on a big run in a short amount of time.
This is that perfect opportunity with Davidson on the bench, and you're only trailing by 1.
Yep. The South Medford players play so hard, and they're up and down, pressing, trapping all the time. They never seem to get tired, though.
And a steal from Schmerbach. No. Saved by Ryan Mogul. And now you've got numbers. 2 Panthers were in the backcourt. Roden's 3. Can't fall.
Coming right back at you, after the miss.
Hunter, tough take. Nothing has been easy for her today.
No, usually she's been able to stop. You'd like to see her there, even just kind of come to a 2-foot stop. She's able to score or pass.
Both these teams not used to playing in these tight contests throughout the state tournament. As Peterson got by Cerrone, picks up her dribble, finds Barhoom near the corner. Again, another missed 3, just 1 for 5 for Clackamas.
Yeah, great find by Peterson. Again, playing off 2 feet, gets to the paint, reverse pivot, and Barhoom, I don't think she's been that wide open in a few games.
Peterson called for the foul, and that'll be the 15th foul by the Cavaliers, which brings us to a meet.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
I can heard that solo!
You see my kid?
Yeah,
Come on! What's wrong with
this tournament. A combined 255 points is the margin of victory for these two teams throughout the tournament. 108 for Clackamas, 147 for South Medford. Both these teams have just run through the Oregon State tournament.
Yeah, and it's been a lot like that throughout the year for these teams. So it's interesting when you get into these tighter situations, a bigger arena, a little bit different to shoot in. Right now, both teams combined 1 for 12 from 3, and always got to watch, you know, somebody unexpected that maybe wasn't a leading scorer all year that steps up and makes some big plays.
Davidson still on the bench with the 3 fouls. Hunter gets the ball back on the block. Burke, tough defense, had the long arms, but Hunter finishes.
Yeah, another tough finish by Hunter over the top of Burke.
And don't look now, South Medford has the lead.
There's the steal.
Schmerbach to Young. And Young strong, going up against the senior Mogul.
She finally missed one, but that's the steal in the press that South Medford wants to create, that chaos.
Hard take from Mogul. Looked like Young had her hand on that ball. We'll see who they call the foul on. It is going to be on Young. That'll be her 2nd, and the team's 6th.
You can see, though, the poise and the toughness of Taylor Young as a freshman going against a senior Division I player in Ryan Mogul. Not going to back down. She's going to stay right in there.
Mogul averaging 10.7 points, 5 rebounds, and 4.1 assists on the season. Knocks down the free throw.
You know, it was this time last year we saw her, you know, she played her first game of the year at the first round of the state tournament. You know, a former player of the year in the league who had suffered a knee injury and came all the way back. And boy, the work she put in to get back to this level is so impressive.
Yeah, she was playing limited minutes during the tournament last year as she got back in it. In fact, her sister, Dylan Mogul, suffered an ACL injury and came back this season as well. So no quit from the Mogul family.
Quite a competitive household as well. I talked to her mom, or their mom, and she mentioned that, you know, Ryan's a few years older, but it never stopped the younger ones from wanting to compete with her, and that, you know, set up some household battles on the court.
Clackamas trailing by 1. Under 2.5 minutes left to go until halftime.
Clackamas are going to their 5-out motion offense. A lot of cutters and drivers.
Dylan Mogul cut to the basket momentarily. Now she gets it from Burke. Using the screen, gets it to her sister Ryan.
Really do a nice job of spacing you out, being patient. No shot clock, they don't need to rush it.
Hunter was closing out. One shot on this possession for Clackamas. Mogul got the separation she wanted right there, just couldn't knock it down.
Yeah, a little bit different offense when Jazzy Davidson's not out there because she draws so much attention.
Schmerbach, turnaround jumper to the right of the hoop.
Good rebound by Dylan Mogul. Those are the type of rebounds that help you convert to the other end.
Ryan Mogul gets fouled. She'll head back to the line. Already 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. It's 8 for 13 coming into today inside the Child Center.
You know, and that's an opportunity in a game like this with two high-level teams that are both really just doing a tremendous job defending. Tough to score. You're not making threes. Can you get yourself to the free throw line and steal some points at the line and see the ball go in a little bit too? And I think Clackamas really looking to do that.
And now the rare 60% Mogul lineup on the floor. Dylan, Ryan, and Reese on the floor as Ryan hits the free throw there. She now has 8 points. Barhoum and Roden are the other two Cavs on the floor. Hunter got the separation. Great rebound right there by Feely.
Yeah, she seems to be everywhere.
Schmerbach lines up the three. It was halfway down and comes out. Offensive board. Donovan Hunter can't connect.
I think one of the Moguls got a piece of that.
Hunter 3 for 9 from the field today. 7 points and only 1 rebound. And do they call that one on Hunter too?
Yeah.
And that'll be her third.
Yep.
And so that really starting to change things now. Both stars with 3 fouls as Avery Peterson checks back in, and now Taylor Young will come onto the court for Hunter. Peterson came in for Roden.
Coach Cole mentioned that Taylor Young, one of the reasons she's so advanced as a freshman is she goes against Donovan Hunter every day in practice. Well, now here's her opportunity to run the show as the point guard with Hunter on the bench with 3 fouls.
You know, a subtle glimpse into the future for the Panthers program.
Yeah, and much needed at this point. You know, you can't risk a fourth with just 49 seconds left. Mogul back to the free throw line.
She had 14 points in that 39-34 win over Jesuit in the semifinal. Knocks down both free throws there. She now has 9 points.
Clackamas with a 10-1 advantage at the free throw line. That's the difference in this game right now.
And they've held on to that lead after they gave it up momentarily with Davidson on the bench with her third, and Young lost the dribble. In trouble, forcing a turnover. Schmerbach hits the deck. Do we have a jump ball? We do, and it's going to be Clackamas basketball.
Yeah, what a play. Dylan Mogul, those are winning plays, those impact winning in a game of this magnitude. You need those players off the bench stepping up and really making plays. Clackamas can hold for 1 shot here. Stay in that 5-out motion and see what they can get. They'll probably take a layup if it's there, but got to know where 25 is too. Sarah Barhoum, she's been cold today in the last game, but capable of going off.
0 for 3 from 3 in this one already. Lead pass with 5 seconds left. It's to Schmerbach, to her sister. And no, pass broken up. That one by Dylan Mogul, and now there's 1.2. You might be able to get a quick dribble and a shot off.
Yeah, Reese Mogul turned it over, got caught in the air, and South Medford, you thought they might get maybe their first layup of the game.
Gonna have to put it up quick. Tatum Schmerbach can't hit the buzzer beater, so it's a 4-point lead for the Clackamas Cavaliers. They lead 23-19 as we head to break. Joel, this is a close one. Looking forward to the second half between these two.
Yeah.
When we come to first half highlights and stats on the other side.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid earned that solo.
You saying I did?
Yeah,
Come
Rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate!
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Pacific Office Automation, we don't make technology. We make technology work. That's why we're a proud sponsor of OSAA Athletics. With 31 locations and 44 years of experience, we know the importance of having talented people in specialized positions to create a winning environment, on the field or in the office. Pacific Office Automation, assisting OSAA Athletics and our customers for the win. We make technology work.
Offensively on Donovan Hunter.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
We're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
I get her, not solo.
You see if I did it?
We welcome you back inside the Child Center just before we start the second half. Let's take a look at those first half stats brought to you by Mart. One thing that really stood out to me, Joel, is the free throws. 14 attempts for Clackamas. They made 10 of them. Only 3 attempts for South Medford. And then the three-point line. 1 of 6 for Clackamas. 0 for 8 for the Panthers. Something has to give.
Yeah, definitely. And Clackamas, I think, will continue to try to get to the paint, get to the free throw line.
Panthers with a motion offense to start out this second half.
Saw Ryan Mogul guarding Hunter, able to move her off of Jazzy Davidson to kind of help protect Jazzy a little bit, not maybe picking up a quick fourth. Same thing here with South Medford. They go out of their zone, and Schmerbach, tough guard for her with Davidson's length, able to score right over the top.
Schmerbach with it. Gives it up to the freshman. Now on the far wing, looking for a teammate, attacking downhill in the paint. The left hand, no good.
Good rebound by Barham. Pretty good job by Avery Peterson, just kind of contesting without fouling there. Davidson right back to the attack.
Mogul with it near the baseline. Waves off Burke, now attacks the basket underneath.
Wow, nice finish by Mogul. She backed up, knew she had a lane to the basket, and then with the poise to finish. Traveling on Hunter, nice job again by Mogul. Does a great job of moving her feet, not allowing Hunter to get her body into hers and draw that contact.
Let's toss it over to Brenna Green. Brenna, you had a chance to talk with the South Medford head coach, Tom Cole, about some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, he said that his team is just out of rhythm right now. Kudos to Clackamas for doing that to them. He also said they need to be better since they are in a little foul trouble right now, especially Kendall Feely out there. But just generally, he said, we just need to be better. That's what I told them at halftime. They need to be better. It's time to step up. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Brenna. As Davidson gets fouled, and quickly Clackamas adding on to this lead out of halftime. What was 4 has now gone up to 9.
Yeah, and it shows you what can happen. The adjustments South Medford made was with Donovan Hunter with the 3 fouls, moved her off Jazzy Davidson, and Jazzy has just been ultra aggressive starting this third quarter. Clackamas really defends that three-point line well. They make you put it down. Go inside the arc.
Yeah, Hunter really hasn't had any separation to try to get an open shot. Young, the left hand can't go. Peterson still fighting for it, gives it up to Ryan Mogul.
What a great job by Peterson, defending without fouling, so important.
Could have had a turnaround jumper, finds Peterson, cut into the basket.
Fantastic cut from Avery Peterson. She's usually the one that's distributing, but Ryan Mogul says, I'll give it back to you, and Peterson with the 2. Clackamas extends that lead, timeout South Medford, and it's going to be important here that South Medford can stay connected. You do not want to get too far behind this Clackamas team.
And Peterson just realizing that her teammate was in trouble, picking up her dribble, cutting to the basket for that easy lay-in. You see the Clackamas fans starting to get into it a little bit. They traveled well. Clackamas, though, they too are dealing with some foul trouble. Brenna Green talked about South Medford being in foul trouble, but even the Cavaliers have had trouble at moments. Of course, Davidson has her 3 fouls already. Peterson with 1, Mogul has another as well.
What a luxury, though, for Clackamas to be able to go to Ryan Mogul to defend somebody like Donovan Hunter, you know, and keep Jazzy Davidson away from that, you know, where she's going to pick up a reach-in foul or something with the body. Here she is here, one-on-one. They've isolated Hunter at the elbow.
Got a screen from Cerrone. Back to Schmerbach, the 3-pointer.
Boy, they really need one of those to go in. Great pass from Hunter.
Inside to Tatum Schmerbach.
Big bucket there coming out of the timeout for South Medford. Hunter back onto Davidson. Coach Cole couldn't wait much longer there, even with the 3 fouls. Mogul with a nice drive.
And finish.
Wow.
The jumper in the paint goes.
Mogul looks so smooth today. This is the best I've seen her play all week. Again, the ISO at the elbow for Hunter.
Cerrone can't connect on that one. She has not had any luck shooting so far today.
No, Davidson in the front court.
And Barhoum's shot was down and then rolls out. We'll see who they call this foul on. And that's going to be Jazzy Davidson's 4th.
Yep. She went to punch the ball on the offensive rebound, tried to tip it away. Unfortunate there.
So 4:28 left to go in the 3rd quarter, and Jazzy Davidson's going to have to go to the bench for what will possibly be an extended period of time.
Yeah. Mark it down here, 12-point lead with 4.5 minutes to go, and Jazzy goes to the bench.
So let's see if Donovan Hunter and the Panthers can take advantage of the player on the bench for Clackamas. Hunter inside, left hand over Mogul. And you have to give credit to Till and Mogul. We keep talking about Jazzy Davidson's defense on Donovan Hunter, but Mogul has done a fantastic job replacing her.
Yeah, Ryan's done a fantastic job. That time they actually posted Hunter down on the block, trying to get her an opportunity. And, you know, I think even if anything, maybe get her to the free throw line too.
And blocked from behind by Mogul.
Boy, she's doing it all right now. That's what you get, though, with seniors at this level. You want your stars to play like stars on the biggest stage.
And Burke's 3 rattles out. Again, nobody having luck from behind the arc. And Young lost it on the pass. Cerrone off the glass.
Nice save by Young and a finish by Cerrone. South Medford cuts it to 10. Peterson so under control. Clackamas in no hurry. They're going to run that 5-out offense, looking to back cut, drive you, get to the rim.
And blocked by Cerrone and cleaned up by Burke underneath.
Follow by Burke. All starts, though, with Ryan Mogul's dribble penetration. Wow!
Bailey, the touch off the glass as she hit the deck. What a play by South Medford. And Kendall Feely, the senior, with a touch off that glass, keeps this game within 10, 35-25. The Panthers are trailing Clackamas as we're halfway through the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back with the rest of this action on Portland CW. South Medford band is bringing the energy right now. As the Panthers trailing by 10, they're going to need all the momentum that they can get right now. Clackamas, with their best player on the bench, still pushing that lead to double digits.
Well, Jazzy Davidson came out, recognized a matchup that she liked, was able to be aggressive and get to the rim and score, and then unfortunately picked up her 4th with about 4.5 minutes to go, up 12, but still up 10, Clackamas with the ball, and a lot of that credit's got to go to Ryan Mogul.
Yeah,
after the timeout, South Medford goes to their 1-2-2 press, looking to try to turn them over, maybe a trap here in the half court.
Hunter almost had the steal. on the active hands. Tip the pass from Mogul over to Roden.
This is where Clackamas needs to attack and take good shots.
And Roden's pass deflected by Hunter. Peterson keeps possession. Ball rotates around the outside. Roden hits front iron.
South Medford looking to take the lid off that basket from three-point range.
0 for 9 right now from behind the arc. They need anything to fall. Hunter got bumped by Ryan Mogul. That'll be Mogul's first.
Opportunity, though, Hunter recognizes, taking away the three-point line, puts the ball on the floor, able to get to the free throw line. And I've always felt with shooters, get a chance to see the ball go through the net. And that next one just gets a little bit easier. Excellent free throw shooter as well.
Hunter came into this tournament perfect from the field. Or I should say from the free throw line, excuse me, 5 for 5. And 2 games here inside the Child Center, 20 points, 5 rebounds in the quarterfinals, 23 points, 4 rebounds in the semifinal win over Barlow. She pours it on.
Yeah, she does, and she's the front of this press. Deflections lead to steals, and steals lead to layups, and that's what Donovan Hunter does for this group.
Hunter now has 8 points after the free throw.
Great pass.
And Mogul can't finish. She'll get her own rebound, though. And a timeout called by Clackamas with 2:03 left to go in the third quarter. The Cavaliers have a 12-point lead right now.
Yeah, another example. Clackamas doing a really good job of cutting versus that zone. You know, getting the ball down in the middle and then cutting and back cutting, getting to the rim. They just got to finish some of these layups.
For South Medford, it's been troublesome from behind the arc. Tatum Schmerbach 0 for 5. Kim Cerrone 0 for 2. Donovan Hunter is 0 for 2. At some point, you have to think it's going to fall. You just mentioned Donovan Hunter continue to take shots. That's what shooters do. Scorers shoot in high volume. Something is going to fall eventually.
Yeah, and I think important, you saw Hunter get to the line and knock down 2 free throws. South Medford needs to close that gap at the free throw line right now. 12-3 points at the line, and I think South Medford can do that. They just got to get out in the open floor a little bit.
Well, you think about the lead right now for Clackamas. They're up by 8, and they've got 9 more free throw attempts than South Medford, and those are free points coming from the charity stripe.
Clackamas can afford to be patient here. They got to face up and see the double pass out of it. They'll get any shot they want. Oh.
Barhoom can't end the coldness from beyond the arc. Roden cleans up underneath. Long lead pass up to Schmerbach. She gets fouled, and it's going to go off the rim. Barhoom looks to have picked up that foul.
What a pass ahead by Hunter to Schmerbach, and Sarah will go to the line for 2. Got knocked down pretty hard there, but Clackamas really patient against the zone and got to get back, though. South Medford, whether it's a make or miss, they're running no matter what.
First free throw goes for Sarah Schmerbach. Those are her first free throw attempts in the tournament.
Another thing that this does when you get to the line and you knock down free throws is South Medford can set their press. And it's so important, such a part of their weapon, you know, such a weapon for them all year is this press. And now they're set it. Here they come.
2-1-2. Dylan Mogul goes right through the defenders. Roden finds a cutting Ryan Mogul over to the corner. It's Burke knocking down the 3, the first one since the first shot of this game.
Yeah, it only took a little while, but leave it up to Burke to knock down the second one. Huge bucket for Clackamas.
You went over 20 minutes without a 3-point field goal. Schmerbach cashes in, back-to-back threes. Have the floodgates open from beyond the arc.
The lids are off. Let's play ball now.
Final minute here in the third quarter. 8-point lead for Clackamas.
Nice job there by South Medford.
Leading to a jump ball. It'll stay with Clackamas.
Yeah, Burke's got to keep that ball high. South Medford really collapses their zone trap when the ball goes inside. So I think Clackamas continue to get some 3-point looks if it goes in and then out. Those are good looks for Clackamas.
Freshman Dylan Howell comes into the game for the first time, averaging 3.7 points and 2 rebounds. .35 seconds until halftime. The three put up. Roden seemed to hit that one out of bounds. She does. It'll be South Medford basketball.
Yeah, big possession here for South Medford. Down 8 with an opportunity here to cut into that lead.
And Mogul almost had the steal on the inbound and a charge called.
Wow, that's her 4th.
You're right. Donovan Hunter picked up her 4th foul on the charge. As Ryan Mogul, she either took a hand or a forearm to the face right there as Donovan Hunter was trying to get by her.
I don't think it was, I think it was inadvertent, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. It was not on purpose.
Just kind of a within the game, but now you've got both stars out with 4. Who's going to step up for either team here?
Avery Peterson with the zone right in front of her, gives it up to Allie Roden. Burke from underneath, no cleanup for her. Ball still loose, and another offensive board for Clackamas.
Clackamas just crashing the offensive glass right now.
Mogul lost it, now over to Burke, and Burke gets run into by the freshman Howell with 3.5 seconds left to go in this quarter.
Be on the baseline out of bounds here. We'll see if Clackamas has something maybe to get a quick look at a basket here. South Medford still in the zone. Nice flash.
Trying to use the glass and bank it in, and it rolls off the rim. So an 8-point lead for Clackamas. They extended it by 4 since halftime, and it's 40-32. 8 more minutes left in the 6A season. Clackamas closing in on a state title. We'll be right back on Portland CW. We welcome you back inside the Child Center for the start of the 4th quarter. We actually had a foul call with 0.3 seconds left in the 3rd that we were not here for. And that foul was called on Allie Roden. That was her first. But now let's send it over to Brenna Green. Brenna, we keep talking about Clackamas and their youth, but South Medford's got some youth coming up the ranks as well.
Yeah, this is a really interesting South Medford team because they have talented upperclassmen, but they're going to be good for years to come as they have 6 freshmen also on this varsity squad, including Taylor Young, who starts. What's even more interesting, though, is how the pandemic actually affected those 6 freshmen in a positive way. Due to Oregon's COVID restrictions, those girls had to go out of state to play in bigger tournaments than the group normally would at that age. The crazy thing is they were winning them, and they were winning those tournaments against club teams, not other high schools. Winning those tournaments opened doors for them to play in even bigger tournaments. So this is an experienced group that's not afraid of anything, even at this young age. Back to you guys.
Great stuff, Brenna.
That's impressive.
Very impressive.
You know, and it's funny. We've heard a lot of things. It's interesting, the pandemic and how it's impacted people in a negative way, but there's a positive there. And, you know, Coach Cole called Taylor Young the lead singer of the band of that freshman group. He said she's special, and they all are. He's excited for the future of Panther hoops.
They certainly do have a bright future ahead of them after this season. Currently, they're trailing by 8, though, to Clackamas with 7.5 minutes left in the season.
South Medford in that zone. They put Liza Burke in the middle.
Roden knocks down the third triple for Clackamas.
Nice job with her length and size. Right back at you, though.
And Roden gets the rebound on the other end. Dylan Mogul trying to weave her way through some traffic.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of putting now South Medford's out of the zone, but Burke able to see and throw out opposite.
Burke wanted her third 3 right there. Goes out of bounds. It'll be South Medford basketball.
Yeah, you're sort of playing with fire a little bit. Donovan Hunter with those 4 fouls in the game right now. And when you get out of the zone and she has to match up and guard, you know, the threat of the foul is there. But Clackamas Coach Lindholt's done a nice job of adjusting and getting the ball to the middle of the zone and then throwing out to shooters. You saw Roden knock down that last one.
Now, what do you think about getting Hunter back in the game right now? Davidson's still on the bench. Is that a factor because they're up by 11 right now and they don't need to have her in at this exact moment?
Exactly, and you have a player like Ryan Mogul who, you know, can guard Donovan Hunter. Wow.
Finger roll right there by Schmerbach. Sarah now has 6.
You don't see South Medford picking up with the press because you don't want Hunter to pick up a foul that far from the basket.
Schmerbach gets a block on Mogul.
See Jazzy Davidson on the bench shouting instructions and encouragement. She's so locked in right now. I love her leadership, love how her care for her teammates.
Says a lot. Still engaged on the bench, trying to set up your teammates to get in the best position that they can. As Hunter with the rebound pushes the ball in transition, and Feely will finish on the other end.
She's like a track star in transition. We're going to get a timeout here. South Medford to talk things over, but that's what South Medford does. They get the ball out, they outlet it, they run the floor, and you get players like Feely running ahead, scoring layups, and then they're able to set that press or that trap. So no give up in South Medford. They're right back in this.
Feely now with 8 points and 3 rebounds. She's averaging 9.9 points and 3.4 rebounds on the season. She's going to Oregon Tech next year, along with her teammate and Tatum Schmerbach. But it's the transition game right now for South Medford that it sort of favors them.
Yeah, and with Jazzy still on the bench, you know, it's an opportunity for them to creep back in the game. I think they started to do a little bit getting to the free throw line, but getting stops and getting out and going, and you see why he has Donovan Hunter in the game. Her ability to rebound, her ability to start the break and throw the ball ahead changes how this team plays.
Well, South Medford already ready to go out of their timeout as they trail by 7, which is good. They cut into that lead just a little bit. They were just down 11 a few moments ago.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they continue to press and trap or they're just going to play straight up, try to keep Hunter from picking up that 5th foul, which would be critical at this point. Jazzy Davidson still not back in the game yet. You wonder how long Coach Landholt will wait, you know, as the lead was 12. We'll see what happens here.
Either at the 5-minute mark or within 5 points, I think you're going to see here get off the bench real quick.
South Medford back to the 2-1-2 look. Donovan Hunter just got to be real smart here. Don't need to gamble and pick up your 5th. You need her presence on the floor. Avery Peterson opportunistic to the rim, and that seems to be, even last year, comes up with big plays when the Cavaliers need it most.
Let's toss it over to Brenna Green. Brenna, you had a chance to get into that huddle for Clackamas during that last timeout. What did Coach Landholt have to say?
Yeah, Coach Landholt says that this team has got to be super smart with their possessions right now, but at the end of that huddle, Jazzy Davidson turning to her teammates and said, we need to stop playing so timid. We got to go out there and get this. So imagine to see a mixture of that out there on the floor. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Brenna. And there you go. That's exactly what we were just talking about. Leading from the bench while she's sitting out with 4 fouls and still getting her teammates engaged during that timeout.
Yeah, she's back at the scorer's table, ready to check back in.
And Schmerbach with the block on Avery Peterson.
Get a foul, too.
Oh, they did call a foul. You're right.
Avery Peterson has the ability to cross over, hesitate, and find herself in position on layups. And really a unique style, but so poised, and really impressed with her ability to start and stop.
A two-time All-Mount Hood Conference second-team member makes the free throw. She's averaging 6.6 points, 3 assists, and 3.2 steals. 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists so far.
Davidson and Sarah Barham back in the game. Good steal there, took it away from Hunter. Now I think Clackamas starts to get a little bit more patient on offense. You know, the ability to take what's there.
Clackamas has not lost to a team in Oregon all season, and they're really pushing to
got to get back, though.
Finish on that undefeated season, but Schmerbach with the layup.
Yeah, Ryan Mogul with a heck of a play at the other end, but South Medford doesn't care. They're going to inbound it and go.
South Medford is closing in on the most points they've given up this season at 52. They've done that 5 different times this year. Clackamas has a chance to beat that. Barham, after the handoff, got some separation. No call from the referees. She can't finish. Rebound, Dylan Mogul.
Huge rebound by Dylan Mogul.
Sarah Schmerbach rips down the rebound for South Medford.
Panthers need to stay on the attack right here, whether it's getting to the rim or getting to the foul line here. Nice pass into Hunter. Oh.
Hit front rim. Uncharacteristic miss right there by her. Clackamas just seems like they're trying to run too fast right now. Leads to a turnover, and the freshman Young on the putback.
There she is, right there, right place, right time. And Coach Cole asking for energy and for the Panthers to pick up.
They were down by 12 earlier this quarter. They're now down by 6. They've cut into it. Peterson gets all the way to the hoop, and she misses. South Medford making a run.
Schmerbach comes out of there, over to her sister.
It almost seemed like too much time on that shot. As Davidson gets fouled, we'll see who they call it on. It's going to be on 32, Feely, and that's fortunate, as Donovan Hunter was right there. Feely picks up her second personal. And that'll send us to our final break of this one. 3:03 left to go in the state final game. Clackamas leading South Medford by 6, 48-42. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this game.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Pacific Office Automation, we don't make technology. We make technology work. That's why we're a proud sponsor of OSAA Athletics. With 31 locations and 44 years of experience, we know the importance of having talented people in specialized positions to create a winning environment, on the field or in the office. Pacific Office Automation, assisting OSAA Athletics and our customers for the win. We make technology work.
In South Medford. And this game was getting out of hand not too long ago. It was a 12-point lead for the Cavaliers, and that has shrunk down to 6 real fast, Joel.
Yeah, South Medford making a mad dash here, doing it with their defense, their rebounding, and then their transition game. And Clackamas got a little bit unsettled, playing a little bit too fast. And they just need to settle down, take care of the ball, be strong with it.
And off the hands of Ryan Mogul. And even
cue.
better on that, no time came off the clock because of it.
No, and South Medford with the ability here to set up a sideline out of bounds look. Going to their triangle look out of bounds.
Sarah Schmerbach leading the offense right now. Gives it up to her sister Tatum. And off to Hunter. Goes up against Ryan Mogul. Difficult shot. Falls just over the lip of the rim.
What a finish by Hunter. Set their press, picking up man here.
13 points for Donovan Hunter. Ryan Mogul going up against Sarah Schmerbach. Fakes the pass, can't get it off the glass.
Boy, they've had a couple layups that have just been in and out.
Hunter rolling on the ground, and we got a travel call.
Yeah, that's just unlucky. She had to go down to get that loose ball, and when she rolls over, they call the travel. But boy, Clackamas had some point-blank finishes that could really extend this lead. They're just not going down right now. Four-point game here.
Peterson has it on the far wing. Under 2:20. Awkward shot right there by Peterson. She actually seemed to have hurt herself on that shot. She makes it, and a timeout called. And you don't like to see that. Nobody really made contact with her, and a very awkward shot that ends up going. Peterson now has 7 points.
Ended up making it off one leg.
Yeah, you just hope that she's okay.
Yeah, she's so important to them. Not only running the show, kind of their field general, but on the defensive end, she starts their defense for Clackamas. Quick timeout by Coach Landhole. I think wanted to talk to their team defensively what they need to do, and I think reiterating right now how important it is to stay in front of the ball and rebound. They got to continue to rebound and understand that South Medford's going to come trap.
And it looked like her foot sort of slipped and just extended her leg right there on that shot.
Yeah,
and we'll keep an eye on her, and now she's leaving with the trainer, although it doesn't look like she's hobbling as hard as she was when she initially left the court.
Yeah, maybe just going to tape something, an ankle or a knee.
Allie Roden will come into the game to replace her.
Your Clackamas is going to say you don't want to foul here. They've got fouls to give, though, so they're okay, but don't want to put South Medford on the line. They got one more to give. It's not a bad idea, but South Medford wants to get to the line, get back in the game with the clock stopped.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Donovan Hunter with it. 2 minutes left in this game. Drives right past Dylan or Ryan Mogul for the basket.
Yeah, she's going to attack going right. She's so good and so hard to contain. Timeout by South Medford.
All right, 1:54 left to go. It's a 4-point lead right now for Clackamas. Your South Medford, what are you saying in this huddle right now to try to get a defensive stop and turn it into a bucket, as you see Donovan Hunter here going around Ryan Mogul?
Well, they've had great success. Even the last time, they made it really difficult for Clackamas to get the ball in bounds, and Clackamas turned it over. I think, too, with Avery Peterson going out of the game, that's one of their primary ball handlers for Clackamas. So if you're South Medford, you continue to make it hard, make them work, see if you can get a steal off this inbounds, and then continue to defend and look to push the ball in transition. Donovan Hunter really taking things to her own hands as far as attacking the basket, not settling. You don't want to settle for a tough three right now. Anything at the rim is a good shot, and you have the opportunity to draw the foul.
You still have almost 2 minutes, so yeah, you don't have to live and die by the three right now. One thing I do want to point out, you just talked about Avery Peterson leading the charge on offense. She also does that defensively, too. She helps out a lot, and now she comes out from the locker room area. She's heading right over to the bench. Still sort of grabbing her glute and hamstring area, it looks like, as she walks back to the team.
she's done a nice job guarding Taylor Young. That's been a fun matchup to watch all night and will be for several years to come.
Absolutely.
Here's South Medford again, looking almost like a full denial, trying to make it tough to get in. Jazzy Davidson might need to be available here to help get the ball in bounds.
Young, Feely, Schmerbach, Hunter, and Tatum Schmerbach on the floor for South Medford. Davidson, Mogul, Roden, and Barhoom on the court for Clackamas.
Dylan Mogul taking over point guard duties now with Avery Peterson out. It's where the depth from Clackamas really is a big boost for them. These girls have all played in some high-level games, even though they're only sophomores. Going into a little delay weave. Got to be careful you don't get trapped here.
Almost got denied on the handoff. Davidson with it now with $1:20 on the clock. Got her defender to go by.
Great tip out, back tip. Allie Roden again plays at impact winning. She does it all.
And you're not going to see Clackamas take a shot unless it's a layup right now.
Taylor Young diving on the floor.
And a timeout called by Clackamas. Dylan Mogul surrounded by a couple of Panthers.
Yeah.
And with 1:02 left on the clock in a 4-point game, I don't think that's such a bad call.
No, just she felt unsettled, and I think she had picked up her dribble and wasn't sure, about to get trapped. So able to use the timeout, save the possession, and you want to do that at all times. But boy, South Medford leaving it all on the floor right now, diving on the floor. Expect here on this inbound pass, expect South Medford to double. The next foul for South Medford puts Clackamas at the line in the 1-and-1. So I would think that South Medford will double, is really look to get a trap, maybe a steal, and see if they can't get a layup in transition. But pretty soon you're going to have to, start looking at the foul game and putting people on the line if you're South Medford.
Well, Brenna Green, you were in the huddle on the last time out for South Medford. What did Coach Cole have to say to his team?
He said that they have to make Clackamas pick up the ball right now in order to get possession out there. He also reminded his team they have no more timeouts, so there is no bailing them out in any sort of situations with those. And finally, they are going to be running the same offensive set every time from here on out in this game. You don't have to look at me to call it. You know what we're going to go into. Back to you guys.
That's a lot of faith to have in your team. Let them run the offense right there. As Clackamas will take the ball out with 1:02. Thank you for the hit, Brenna.
So important, though, that they know that without timeouts, they just got to score. Even if Clackamas were to score, they got to go and attack.
Barhoom with it in either corner. Under a minute to go now, and a foul called on Sarah Schmerbach. That'll be her second.
Barhoom, a very good free throw shooter. Struggled today from the three-point line in the field, but an opportunity here for her to extend this lead for Clackamas.
She had such a big quarterfinals game against Beaverton in that 67-42 win. She put up 18 points and 3 rebounds as she knocks down the first free throw here. Then a relatively quiet game against Jesuit. She only had 4 points in that outing, but the 6 rebounds to add on top of it.
Jesuit just really shadowed her everywhere, but you can see that release. And here comes Avery Peterson. Good news for her and for Clackamas. She's back in the game to kind of lead this defense for the Cavaliers.
And you're happy to see that. No injuries on the court today. 45 seconds are left in this ball game. The 6-point game. Donovan Hunter. The defense of Jazzy Davidson made that a difficult shot. I believe Feely will be called for that foul. She will. That'll be her third personal. And with 37.4 on the clock, that'll send Ryan Mogul to the line. Mogul with Jazzy Davidson leading from the charity stripe, 6 of 7. Currently, Mogul has 16 points to go along with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And does she look comfortable at the line or what?
Yeah, both her and Sarah Barhoom clutch free throws here down the stretch. You want closers, and these both are closers at the line.
Two for 2 for Mogul. She now has 16 points. Or, correction, 18 points.
Roden back in for defensive purposes.
Hunter, she wanted to shoot the three, steps through a couple of defenders. Long shot, rebound by Roden. And Clackamas avoiding the foul as Schmerbach takes down Avery Peterson. Those two seem to be okay. Not vicious in any way. Made sure everybody was A-okay.
Want to make sure you get the...
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Pacific Office Automation, we don't make technology. We make technology work. That's why we're a proud sponsor of OSAA Athletics. With 31 locations and 44 years of experience, we know the importance of having talented people in specialized positions to create a winning environment, on the field or in the office. Pacific Office Automation, assisting OSAA Athletics and our customers for the win. We make technology work.
Cavaliers are your 6A girls basketball state champions.
They did it. What a special moment for this team, for this coaching staff, these players, and this community. Clackamas here in full support and just a tremendous, tremendous victory.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll give you the Abby's Pizza Player of the Game and a trophy ceremony between these two. The Clackamas Cavaliers are your 6A state champions. We'll be right back on Portland CW.